Hello everyone, and welcome back to Revival Tournaments. This is Gold Mason. Today I'm joined by a new guest, it's Big Will.
Hey everybody. Some of you may remember me from I think I only did one set in Revival, but I sure did that. I was there. And
What
you
a
can't
great
take
set it
that away from
was.
me. Yeah, you can't take that away from me no matter how hard you try. So that's pretty cool.
Hey,
Um
exactly.
yeah. So we got triangles and bad dummy today. It's the battle of the British and also the battle of the 1 and 3, I believe.
Yeah, that does sound correct. One of these gamers will be going home with a win though, and we're gonna jump right into
Yeah.
this game.
All right, let's get into it. So we have a Celebi lead versus Jirachi. Now, Celebi's a bit of an unconventional lead. Jirachi to Suicune, I think, should tell you it's a bit of a fatter team on Rick's end. While Celebi to Gyarados probably indicates some more offensive, maybe we're trying to pass some SDs around from
And
Triangle's end.
Triangle's team almost certainly has something like a Magneton to help that
Mm-hmm.
team deal with Skarmory. Suicune
Yep.
being the Celebi switch-in is crazy.
And
I think baddummy is trying to use the pressure to stall out those Leech Seed PP.
yeah, that's what I would guess. The Leech Seeds can be probably a major annoyance for a team like Rick's, which is going to be something like probably Skarmory, Claydol, Dugtrio, and something and like a Blissey or something in the back, which
Could
Leech Seed is kind of annoying for all of those. So
could also be something like a special offense, although Wish Jirachi kind of
yeah, Wish Jirachi kind of takes that out of the question, I think.
just a little bit, yeah.
Also Roarcoon kind of makes me think it's gonna be some fat, I think.
That is very fair as well. And Lead
Yeah, we've kind of
Jirachi is crazy.
just kind of run the same loop at the beginning of this game a couple times where the Suicunes kind of just come in on a Leech Seed and started roaring some stuff around. Does reveal the Magneton, so that confirms that. Okay, we're going back to the Gyarados. So Gyarados can try to get a DD if it wants here, but doesn't. Just clicks double edge into a Blissey. That's at 47. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, but it's not even enough to threaten the 2-hit KO.
Okay, I was wondering if maybe we'd see Metagross there, but I think Celebi is. Yeah, Celebi's kind of awkward from Triangles on because you just get roared out here, or you will just get roared out anyway. I think either way, dealing with the Suicune follow up to that turn was going to be tough though. Yeah, it's
Both
kind of on Triangles here to find a way to break through this Suicune, this Blissey, and this Jirachi, right? They're kind of forming like a
yeah.
pretty hard wall for him to surmount, mostly because of the roar on Suicune. There's the Skarmory. Okay. As I suspected, and
More I was gonna say more likely that baddummy just allows the spike to go here, but
he okay. Interesting that he switches out, but not to Doug there. Kind of, yeah, it kind of makes me think he doesn't have a Doug. Because I feel like if you're gonna switch out there and not just take the spike versus this team that probably doesn't have a spinner, you should you have a secondary roar, so you don't really need Skarm past like one spike. It's kind of nice defensively, but like I feel like you should just go to Doug there if you have it.
there's
Yeah.
so little chance that Triangles' team has any spinner or anything like that. So like taking the one spike for the Skarm when you have
It's
a Roar
probably
Suicune available is weird.
yeah. Yeah, Roar Suicune kind of shuts down everything Triangles is trying to get set up here. We see Tyranitar come in. That's pretty expected, but it does set the sand, which means Suicune's passive healing is no longer in effect. The Leech Seeds will now be a lot more effective versus the Suicune. Can't stay in for nearly as long now, doing the full 12%.
Yeah, it's gonna have to get a wish from Jirachi to come back online.
Yep. And it looks like that's what Bad Dummy's trying to set up here, but on an Earthquake, I don't know about that. And now you're in such a tough spot because you can't go Skarm, Mega's so free. So you go back to Suicune on another Earthquake, and wow, this has really spiraled out of control for Rick really fast.
Oh, but it is rest.
Yep, as I suspected. Yep. I think it's been taking so little from like Metagross and all the physical attacks. It's got to be Voltcoon at this point. Okay, I wonder if we're gonna see an explosion from Metagross here. Doesn't seem like we are. It seems like he's a little wary of hitting the Skarm, maybe? I feel like taking the Coon kind of removes the backbone from Rick's team, though. Like, at that point, you can
This is the turn to click it?
Yeah, that would have been the turn to click it, and it seems like at this point, you kind of start to think, is he just like agility 3 attacks to try to cash in on an SD from Celebi, maybe like rock slide over explosion?
Possible, very possible.
Yeah. All right, we see another leash seed. Celebi's got to be running low at this point. We fired off like 3 or 4, and there's a last from Rick. Missy certainly did not expect this. I feel like the pretty classic last on the 6 is Dugtrio. I've seen this used before. I believe Johnny used it in a CI. It's not. I don't really quite understand. The other thing too is I feel like if you're going to, I feel like you should have just gone that spike earlier if you have a ghost in the back, right? I don't know though. I mean, I'm not the one in SPL, so, but.
Yeah, it's just it's very weird. But I mean, if it works out for baddummy, it'll work out.
Yeah,
This team is definitely going to have a lot of trouble breaking through all of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mag finally catches the Skarm.
I think that's a pretty big tipping point here. Because now it's kind of all on Claydol and Suicune under sand to get the job done. And Claydol like a weak Shadow Ball into the Swampert there. Presumably pretty offensive clicks Curse, actually. So this is going to make some progress here.
Nothing's safe. It's got to be Missy.
No. Yep. It is going to have to be Missy. Missy is going to come in on the EQ. Presumably is going to click.
Force him out.
Yep, going to click Perish Song here, presumably. Nope, just Mean Looks in the T-Tar. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. This is probably going to be either a Mean Look Perish Song or a switch to Claydol.
It is pursued.
Okay, it's a Suitar. And there goes the Missy. And with that, I think... Oh, this is going to be really... I don't know if Rick can win from this position. He's down so big. His main physical... one of his main physical walls just took half its HP, too. Now Gyarados can come in for free.
And we already know it's Shadow Ball Claydol, so that was a very safe click. Tyranitar can be saved as a Spike Sack against Blissey.
Smart from Rick to not pull the trigger on the explosion there. It's the triangle has so much buffer. There's nothing. Harding Claydol back in. I don't know about that.
Makes sense.
Mash miss is unfortunate, but I don't know why you just don't just go to Suicune first.
I think it was trying to scout the boom.
That's fair, but do you want to take it on Claydol even? I don't think you do.
I don't think you want to take it on anybody at this point.
Yeah, I think it's best on Jirachi at that point.
Oh, right? No.
That crit is rough. That's basically going to be the game right then and there. Without the Suicune, baddummy is down to a 40% Claydol to deal with Triangle's mountain of physical threats here. So that is... unfortunately, I believe going to be the game, but it was going to be an uphill battle regardless.
And he's not even planning on killing the Jirachi here. He's just planning on getting the Thunder Wave off, and that is a bulkier Magneton against a weaker Jirachi. So it's going to get the Thunder Wave, which is going to really disrupt its Wish Pass and Wish Protect abilities.
And now Metagross should just be able to clean up the game right from here. Very clean sequencing at the end of this game from Triangles. Rick's going to do what he can. He's going to go to Claydol, get an EQ off. Hope for maybe a lucky crit, but the Metagross ends up being faster anyway. So
still goes to 1% though.
You do have to hit another mash, I guess. Which he does. Okay. Blissey will come in. Blissey will live one, but you can, with the Jirachi paralyzed, you can pretty freely just click Explosion here. Or just mash. Fair. It does get a raise. It's not like it really matters. You can just spam EQ now.
Triangle's only real way to lose was clicking Boom there into the Jirachi, so now it is looking over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you lose if you do that. Because it's not toxic Blissey, probably.
I guess Leech Seed...
Yeah, you just leech it, and then you either go Curse up with Swampert, or you pass SDs into Swampert. Like, either way you win. It's fine.
That is too bad. Well, Triangles takes one down off of a very good timed crit and some still very well played from Triangles. I mean, he trapped that Mischievous, he had the Skarmory. Definitely could have gone either way, but the crit really sealed the deal on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job in the builder, as it shows. He brought a really, really nice team this weekend to Rick. I think that goes to show his prep skill, and hopefully he can continue to go back on the upswing from here, building momentum off his, I believe, second win of the season.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us, Big Will. I'm sure we will have some more commentary from you shortly, and we will see you next time on another Revival Tournaments video.